but maybe part two of this week's reflection, my faith in the silversmith. Yesterday we went over the meaning of the silversmith. We talked about what it involves, the skill, metalworking techniques that it involves, like hammering, shaping, casting, soldering, right? We said that a soldering, it is heat that the metals and solder together and its melting point. But unlike welding, the base metal themselves are not melted. Real quickly, we said the silversmith's work involves skill, metalwork techniques, as I was saying, hammering, shaping, casting, soldering, and engraving to transform raw silver into finished products. Today I want to talk about a little bit, what does the Bible describe the silversmith? What does it do? We're basing this reflection this week on the book of Malachi, chapter 3. If you can go and read all chapter 3, it's very good to always read above and beneath what's happening, right? But verse 3 says, he will be like a refiner and a purifier of silver. He will purify the sons of Levi and refine them like gold and silver. Then they will present offerings to the Lord in righteousness, right? Our desire, our hope, our need, I don't know what to find, our craving, whatever it takes of you all should be wanting to just offer righteousness unto the Lord. But in order to do that, we need to be refined. There's some impurities in us that needs to be burned out by the refiner's fire. God refines us with fire by allowing trials, hardships, and suffering to burn away our impurities, such sin, rebellion, and worldly desires. That's the silversmith. That's what it refers to in the word of God as the silversmith, as the refiner, making us more pure and Christ-like. When we go through that process, it makes us more pure and Christ-like, similar to how a refiner removes dross from gold or silver by heating it in a furnace. This process may be uncomfortable, right? It's in our trials, it's in our tribulation, it's when we're going through that warfare. It is uncomfortable, it is painful, it is tiring. It's like you're going in through a wilderness that you don't see nowhere out. All you see is just trees and branches and you're stumbling over branches, you're stumbling over rocks. You don't see a way out. This process may be uncomfortable, but it's not meant to destroy us. But to draw us out what is sinful, to draw out what is impure, to draw out what is keeping us in bondage, to draw out that sin, to draw out whatever the obstacle, the hindrance that is between you being completely righteous, that you can be offering him a worship of spirit and in truth, of righteous worship. This process, that's what it takes. The process of the silversmith, the process of the burning, of the refining fire, right? But it's mainly to draw out what is sinful so it can be removed. The fire just burns it all out, removes it, leaving behind a more valuable and righteous person who better reflects God's image. This is all it is. You go through this process because we have to be the better. We have to reflect God's image. The metaphor of the refining fire, it's burning away impurities, right? It comes from the ancient metalworking where a refiner will melt gold or silver to a high temperature. Dross rises at these intense temperatures. Impurities called dross will rise to the surface of the molten metal. The fire, the refining furnace will cause that dross to just rise up to the surface of the molten metal. The removal of the dross, the refiner would then skin off and remove the dross, leaving behind a pure, more valuable metal. We're going to continue this tonight after the midnight hour. I see you then.